remembrance of a time, of a place long ago. Yet it feels just like yesterday. I think I'm homesick. Do you guys remember your childhood home? I would assume that some of you sassy salamanders are currently watching this video in your childhood home. I'm sure that other viewers have long since moved on from their home, and there are also a lot of people who I've met in life that moved around a lot when they were younger. To the people that moved around a bunch as kids, is there any place that you can hands down call home, or not really? The reason that I'm bringing up this topic is because today, I'm drawing my childhood home. I was fortunate enough to remain rooted in the same location for most of my upbringing, and I'm sure many of my friends can attest that my house is a cozy spot. Not too small, but not too large either, just the perfect space for my family of 4. Right smack in the heart of Miami, I believe we moved into that house when I was around the age of 4, and I didn't move out of that house until I left for college at the age of 18. That was 8 years ago. And I haven't been back since. And I don't mean to be dramatico, of course I've gone back to visit. I'm just saying I haven't lived in the house since I moved out. The longest period of time I think I've actually been there was 2 weeks or something like that. Except for that one time in 2014 when I was a mover for a summer. Shouts out to college hunks. That was actually a weird job. Mostly because Miami people, they're weirdos. Hey, I'm not hating, I'm weird too. Recently, I've been doing a bunch of moving around in my day-to-day life. I mean, you guys saw my trip to Houston, right? And if you haven't seen it, how dare you? No, I'm just kidding. But really though, you should check it out. Houston was only a small part of my October travels. I was also in Atlanta for a music festival shortly after that. And then after that music festival, I was in Suwannee for another music festival. I had done so much moving around that by the time things were wrapping up, I felt like I really missed home. Not to mention my social battery was worn out. I'm naturally a bit extroverted. Shocking for an artist, I know. But this was just too much. Come November 1st, I was basically dying to be back in my art studio with my kitty cat Nova and a cup of tea. And I think it was on my drive back that the thought hit me, when did I stop missing my original home? When did the place that I live in become what I wanted? I live alone now, and I used to think that the people made the location, not the location itself, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just in a phase in life where I'm comfortable being by myself for some time. Before I had this place, I used to live with a girlfriend. Before that, I used to live with my brother. And before my brother, I used to live with another girlfriend. As if I didn't learn my lesson about moving in with people. All of the experiences I had living with other people were pretty good. They were all really fun parts of my life. I still keep in touch with one of my exes, and of course I keep in touch with my brother. But now for some reason, I just find myself really enjoying solitude. I don't think I want to be alone forever, but there is something that feels right about being alone right now. I'm kind of cultivating my space and habits or routines of life in a way that feels most natural to me. Perhaps kind of analogous to a metamorphosis of some sort. I think that after, I'll feel comfortable again to share my living space with somebody. But regardless of whatever kind of mental journey I'm going through at the moment, my childhood home has always remained a constant. That is definitely a place that was made into a home by the people that live there, and the people that have lived there as well. I remember being 18 years old and being fed up with everyone's drama that would come into our house to complain about life and hardships, and my mom being ever present to lend an ear and make a cup of coffee for whoever wanted to air out their grievances. I remember thinking to myself, oh, I'll never be like those people. I'm gonna hit all the right notes in life and not mess up. Let me let you guys in on a little secret. It didn't work for me either. I mean, I'm sitting alone here talking to a camera. Nah, I'm playing, but life did slap me around in a couple ways, and I've had my fair share of tough times. I think that at the time, being young, I was just naive as to what the world was really like. I mean, I was lucky or unlucky enough to grow up in Miami and not some closed off small town, but still, the ever-present rat race that is South Florida just felt like an inescapable reality. I think that's what really catapulted me out of the city to never really return. It's not like I got much further. I live here in Tampa Bay, for now. After having grown up some, or at least what I consider growing up, some of my friends still consider me a man-child, I realized that in my upbringing, I took my house for granted, never really giving a second thought as to how important of a place that would be for me in the future. I love going back to visit. I mean, it's pretty nice to have my mom's cooking, but it's also nice to just take a moment and just soak in the place that is my childhood home. All the scraped knees, late night phone calls with girlfriends, all the heartbreaks with girlfriends, academic accomplishments, learning to drive, hanging out with friends, Thanksgiving dinners, summer breaks, you name it. It's nice to go back and take a deep breath and just be there. So, did you guys have a memorable childhood home? Like, was your spot the place where all your friends would come to? Or did you find yourself actually like going to other friends' houses? Have you ever had to move out of a place that you really loved? What was that experience like? I'm genuinely curious as to like how my memory of a certain place may match up or differ with that of others. So leave a comment. Don't be shy. Anyways, luckily we haven't had to let go of our Miami home for any reason, but given the rate of development that's going on down there, I wouldn't be surprised if a time comes where we get like some sort of offer or something that we can't refuse sort of thing. For right now, I think I'm just very, very content with going back and visiting and just being at peace there. Well, anyways, it pretty much wraps it up for today's video. As always, finished pieces are available on my Instagram, and be sure to do all the thingies, like the video, subscribe to the channel, recommend it to a friend, dude. Like sometimes that actually goes a long way with helping me just stay motivated for these things. Turn on the notification bell, you guys know all that jazz. As always, my name is Brandon Camilo. I love you all. Bye.